Welcome to today's episode of our podcast series CEC Nexus Chronicles Inspiring the Next Gen. We are thrilled to introduce Mr. Adithya Shet, a remarkable alumnus from Mechanical Engineering Batch 2021. Mr. Adithya Shet started his professional journey as an account manager at TDA in the Netherlands, before moving on to the roles in sales and business development at Air Coast Control in France. With his sharp eye for analyzing customer needs and crafting effective sales strategies, he has built a solid foundation in global business development. In addition to his impressive career, Aditya has been actively involved in prestigious organizations such as US Air and the Royal Aeronautical Society, contributing significantly to both the aerospace and business communities. He's also demonstrated strong leadership skills, particularly during his time with the Welcome team at Toulouse Business School, where he supported international students and fostered meaningful cultural exchange. Beyond the corporate world, Aditya has embraced his entrepreneurial spirit, co-founding Ignite Entertainment, where he led the business for over 5 years. With the unique blend of business, technical and creative skills, Aditya is truly a global professional with an inspiring story to share. So hello Aditya, welcome to CEC Nexus podcast. It's amazing to have you here with us. It's so proud as an alma mater to realize that our alumni has done so much in such a short span, and we're really looking forward to hear so much you have to say for us. Welcome once again.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the whole team for having me here today, and CECians, I hope you have your Josh as always, and looking forward to this good podcast.
Thank you. So let's start from your education journey.
Yeah.
So from CEC to Touchdown Aviation, your journey has been really remarkable. Can you just quickly run us down how this education to career journey, chalk down your roadmap to us?
Yeah. Well, to start with, I am a product of Canara, like right from my lower KG till engineering, everything at Canara, except for 2 years I was in Mahesh. But apart from that, Canara is in my blood. It's just not my blood. I think my whole family's blood, and most of Mangaloreans, we are really proud to be Canarites. Well, quickly jotting down to Touchdown Aviation. Few years ago, like I believe 2016 was the time that I joined Canara Engineering College in mechanical branch. Several amazing lecturers I came across, but yeah, always passionate about aviation. I wanted to do aeronautical engineering, but there was no scope in Canara yet. I hope someday we would have that branch as well.
Someday.
Yes, let's look forward to it. But apart from that, yes, I was really passionate about it. So I was exploring opportunities, how I'm gonna make that happen. And as you see, if you've heard about the general geography going around the globe, aviation is booming. Everyone said in 2020, oh yeah, aviation's done. I was like, no, that's not done yet. It's just the beginning of something very huge.
Yes.
Well, yes, apart from that, after my engineering, I found a college in France. And then it went on, ups and downs, everything. But then finally started working in France, and then moved from France to Netherlands. And now I'm there. Touchdown Aviation, very small, but seems big. It's not that very big. Just the beginning yet. Yeah.
Nothing is small.
Yeah.
We're all milestones, right? So we are so proud. And now just this question where you said you wanted to do aeronautical, right? But because in this region, especially because you wanted to stay back in Canada, you did not have that as an option. I wanted to know, when did this spark ignite?
Well, to be honest, like I said, I was always passionate. But one of those internships that I did in my third year in HAL, I'd done an internship in Hindustan Aeronautic Limited, and those I was there for a month span in a foundry forging division. But every single day I used to love those jets, the LCA Tejas, which is indigenously made in India.
Correct.
I used to look at them fly out. I was so much passionate that I wanted to explore ways, but to my side, I'm not a technical guy. I'm more of the guy who can sell that jet to someone.
Yes.
So that was my whole point, that how am I gonna use whatever I've learned and all the expertise in a right way, channel it. So that's exactly where it began in HCL. Like I believe like it was 2018-19 when I was doing that internship in HAL.
I'm just curious, how did you get in
That
an internship there?
Well, that was also because of our lecturers as well. They did support us a lot. Our HOD and everyone, they had contacts, and they told students from our college should go out. A lot of students were outside, waiting for such opportunities, and we were lucky enough that we got one of them.
I understand.
And we were a few students from Canara Engineering College, or everyone from mechanical department, who were there representing Canara. And even when we left, they all were really proud how Canara products are.
That's really nice to know. I swear. Now, bridging the gap between mechanical engineering to the industry, the aerospace industry you're working. How did you do that? How did you equip yourself to be successful?
To be honest, even the aeronautical industry or aviation industry, the base itself is mechanical.
Oh, nice.
Like the base is mechanical engineering, but it's a bit ahead of what we have learned here. Machine learning, CAD, everything has been used. It's been implied, but there is a gap. But that gap has been fulfilled by what course I did after my engineering. I was in France for 2.5 years. I told you about that. So during that time, I got expertise, in-depth knowledge about how actually these two things relate to coexist, obviously, and how it is helping me. But then again, whatever I learned here has definitely helped me push forward to what I'm doing today. But right now, to my profession, what I'm doing, I'm a sales manager. But to that extent, whatever I've done, literally everything, even a single presentation has helped me put it out there. I mean, talk to anyone. I really don't mind talking to anyone. Tomorrow CEO comes, sits and talks. I'll be like, yeah, come on, I'm up for it. I'm never gonna say that, no. Like, let's go, let's get this show going. Just like how we're doing this show now. So,
Yes. There's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing to be scared of. Just something. You face your demons, right? So you said that you have covered the shortcomings of your mechanical engineering by bridging the gap. You did a master's, right? You did master's in aerospace management, right? Can you just take us around how you lived those 2 years? Because I see 21 graduate, 24, and I read your biodata. It has so much. How did all that experience and education for 2 years fit in together?
Well, it was 2020, I believe. We graduated. I still remember August, someday we were writing an exam on the mechanical branch. That last exam, wearing all the masks and everything. And then that's
the COVID batch.
The COVID batch, exactly. We were the COVID batch. Half lucky and half not lucky. You know what I mean? We were never in school after that. That's why we never had time to be in school. Unfortunate that was. But 2020 September, I was supposed to leave for France, but that year didn't happen. So 1 year I was working for my dad. We have a family-run business here, so I was working for my dad. But then I was behind the show. I was making sure that I had to make some efforts to get it going. Initially, when I decided I wanted to go to Germany, but then I'm also very flickering. Like how you said, I switch jobs. That's how it is for me. If I get bored of something, I will I need something new. It has to keep going. It has to give me the energy, the vibe. So the French culture, very interesting. Trust me, people are amazing, very welcoming. This is my experience. Every individual have their own way of seeing things and their perspectives. But I feel that I was very much welcomed, in a really good way. Okay, coming back to the topic, I'm sorry about it.
That's okay. That's okay.
Like I said, I joined a school called Toulouse Business School. It's an institution just like Canara, more than 100 years of history.
Wow.
Based in south of France. So let me tell about Toulouse. Toulouse is known as the aviation capital of Europe.
Oh, wow.
So you might have heard about big companies like Airbus, Safran.
Yes.
All of them, they have their headquarters placed in Toulouse. So it's also called as the Aerospace Valley, just like how Silicon Valley is there.
Exactly.
We have an Aerospace Valley, a huge building with more than 3,000 companies, if I'm not wrong. But okay, they cannot be just manufacturers. Also, people who are supporting the industry. So around 3,000 companies have registered there, and it's a huge thing. But Toulouse is mainly for people who are have gigs, like they absolutely love aviation. Like, sometimes my Sunday hobbies was to go and birdwatch in the sense watch aircrafts, like,
wow.
yeah, like, you might have heard about the Beluga, this recent aircraft A350 Air
Yes.
So we saw that coming out of the paint shop. We were there seeing all that, literally that's the kind of fun in Toulouse, but it's a different way to see things again.
Got it.
But yeah, again, after coming back to your question, so those 2 years were really crucial because one of those years I was a full-time student, and when I reached there, I got to know something called as work-study program. So basically, you're studying as well as working, so that you're getting a hands-on experience on the industry as well.
Wow.
So that's when you don't get it easily. That's another thing. You know how things are.
Yes.
Nothing's so free until so
no free lunch.
Yeah, exactly. So what happened? I started discovering. Okay, I got to know that there's something like this which exists. So I'm like, why am I not taking up the opportunity? I should damn take it, no matter what. So I started giving interviews.
Okay.
Yeah. For 6 months, I was giving interviews, and nothing turned out. So I was like, okay, it's okay. Nothing to go wrong. Let me join as a full-time student. And I joined as a full-time student, and I tried really hard for the Airbus, especially. It's a really hard company to get into. Not into. If you're technical, it's very easy. They love Indians. I mean, who doesn't? Come on, let's be honest. We are guys who smile to everyone. We're like welcoming, everything.
Yes.
But there, for sales, like I'm into sales, so I wanted something related to that. It was a bit challenging initially to get, but then I joined as a full-time student, and then I think 1 month after I joined, I got an opportunity which popped up. So I'm like, now what is going to stop me? Let me just give the interview.
Exactly.
So I went ahead, I gave the interview, and then I got a call. Yeah, you're joining tomorrow. I was like, what? Did this really change? Like literally 1 week, a lot of things changed for me. Then I was studying as well as working. So I was studying 3 days and working. I was working 3 days and studying 2 days. So
wow.
it was a mixture of two things. Like I said, these kind of opportunities you never know when you're here. So once you move there, you'll find out what else is there.
There's so much scope and opportunity, right?
I mean, as Indians, we are very hardworking, I believe, and we're not lazy. We are like, let's go get that thing done.
Exactly.
So we have that motive. So I believe people getting out there, there are opportunities where you can rely on that. Nice. So I took that up, and then after that I was working there for 1 year and studying as well. I graduated, then I worked with the same company. I continued working for a while, and then there was a time like Toulouse. I was getting a bit bored of Toulouse, but Toulouse is beautiful. Like I love that city. There's nothing absolutely wrong with Toulouse. If you guys ever go to Toulouse, you'll absolutely love it. But I wanted a change. Like this is me. So then I found this company. My friend was working there. He asked me, hey, there's a position. Do you want to just check it out? I was like, why not? There's nothing stopping. And so I gave an interview, and next day I know I'm moving to Netherlands.
Again.
Again. So in this 3 years, a lot of things happened, but it was fun. Again, challenging. But
Yet exciting.
We Canarites love challenge, don't we? Come on.
Challenging and exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. So I want to know that somebody who's a personality like you, who's involved with a lot of global aviation organization, US Air and Royal Aeronautical Society. What has been that one amazing experience or standout experience for you in this?
Well, I believe when I was work student, like I said, I had an opportunity to meet Airbus CEO in one of these events. So it was a pleasure, like having a conversation, just asking what made him be there today.
Oh, wow.
And I was literally there. I mean, if you Google and search one of those events, the CEO and me, we were literally having a conversation like this. I'm like, what made you sit here today? I'm excited to know your journey. Like, okay, that is interesting that you're asking this. But again, like, such moments come and you meet you get an exposure. That kind of exposure is really important, that students, like, a guy from Bangalore going there, meeting big names and understanding how important it is to, put yourself out there. Just go put yourself out there. No matter what, you don't know anyone, just say a hello. That's where everything
Networking.
begins. Yeah, exactly.
That's the power of networking.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, just not there. even here, I believe all my life I've networked so hard. I thrived like networking. Today,
You're a born networker.
yeah, I'm not going to say that, but it could be one good skill that has helped me, talk to a lot of people. Even today in Mangalore, it's also a Mangalorean thing. If you had a conversation once, they remember you and they be like, hey, hello, how are you doing?
Yes.
And so
They do.
Like,
Yes.
A small little conversation. That's how it began, and I used to be very active in these kind of events, like go meet people, build my network, so that tomorrow I want to have my name put out there. Oh yeah, there's a guy, someone like this, who, even though I don't know them, it's okay. Let me go have a conversation. Yeah,
exactly.
But now I have a card to give. Yeah, I work for this company now. But eventually I didn't have it.
Yeah,
I was no one. I was just a nobody there. But just go talk. But even my school there, TBS, Toulouse Business School, they also supported such kind of activities.
Very nice.
Making sure that students are being introduced to the
industry people.
Exactly. And honestly, my lectures in TBS were never lectures. It was only industry experts coming and giving their talks. I never had a classroom, like I believe, I'm pretty sure you're going to ask this question any point.
It's okay.
Anytime further. But to be honest, a classroom experience, I never sat down for any class. It was always an industry expert coming and giving what he felt and what he's learned and what we should learn from him. Simple.
That's all.
Yeah. And it's always hands-on experience. The more you go, the more you deeper, you get to know what is going on, why you need this, rather than, I do agree, academics is really important. It's very essential to have a very strong base. But once you start seeing what you want to do, I think more of e-learning and all these kind of things will help you.
Really help, right?
Definitely.
I want to go and join Toulouse now. I want to.
No, but I believe there are so many alumni now that I know, just of my batch, who are globally everywhere in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, everywhere.
So proud.
Yeah.
CEC, so proud of
all
you.
All proud Canarites, huh?
Yeah, I swear. Now, you just mentioned Mangalore. I'll say it as India.
Yeah.
Then you went to Toulouse.
Yeah.
And then from there you went to Netherlands.
Yeah.
I can imagine the amount of cultural shift, language change, all of this. Yeah. How did you tackle?
Well, initially, when I wanted to move to France, I started taking French lessons. Well, let me be honest, guys. If you want to move, there are some challenges, but it's a part of the game. So you have to take it up. I did learn French for a while. But after going there as well, like the university also gives you opportunities where you can go take classes and everything.
Nice.
But let me talk about the culture, to be honest. French people, they're lovely. Very welcoming, especially south of France. Very welcoming. I mean, today if I look back, I have so many good French friends that I've made in past 2 years. Even now, they're really good. Anytime, they're more than welcoming for me to have them with them. It's same on my side as well. I'm so happy to have them here. But it was a really good experience. Like again, you have to be outgoing.
Understood.
That is really important. You can't just sit in a place, say, oh yeah, no one's talking to me. That's not how it works, right?
Yes.
You have to go make.
You put an effort.
Exactly. They'll make effort twice as much as you do. I believe that is the case. But yeah, it was a bit challenging, to be honest. Initially, when you move outside, there's no one
food.
Exactly. No one's going to do anything for you. Here, your mom, your dad, oh, putta, ka deva. Nothing. Literally nothing. You want to eat, cook it yourself, clean your laundry, do your bed, everything. But that's also a very important stage where men and women go out. I mean, I believe, this is my point of view, women are very already self-educated, they know things, but when men...
Thank you so much.
But when men go out, I think they become even better than the women. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Trust me, ask women who they want to marry now. They were like, guys who are outside, they know everything. We don't have to worry about that.
Agree. I will not argue on you that point. Yes.
No, but what I'm saying is, it's important that you go out, be a bit independent. Do things, it's hard, it's going to be hard. But hard for how long? 1, 2, 3 weeks.
Only till you learn.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. All. Once you accommodate yourself, you're good to go from anywhere.
And you're comfortable.
Yeah, you're comfortable. But it is a bit hard. But I encourage students, go out. You will find your way.
You know where to go, south of France.
Anywhere, literally.
The world is your playground. Yeah. Now we know that the domain of aerospace and aeronautical is shifting so quickly. Yeah. Now new innovation, new technology, new change, so many things are happening. What is your go or your advice to the students as to what innovations you're looking forward and what is that they can encash during this period of time.
So I believe now, like I said earlier, aviation is booming crazy. Even in India, you might keep hearing Airbus coming to Bangalore, setting up a factory, MROs
Yes,
going on here
yes.
and there. Especially now, in next few years, India definitely has that potential to be a hub for aviation. I believe, I vouch for that. I would, even if you ask me 5 years later, I will say it is going to happen. It's not my thing that I'm saying, it's the world saying that India is the next big player and we are there.
Wow.
You might have heard Indigo and other
Yes.
airline, Air India placing 1,000 aircraft orders. That's a big thing.
Yes.
So very soon, I don't know if this is going to happen or not. We might have a final assembly line in India.
Wow.
Yeah, and that can get so much opportunities to students. All you need to know is where to apply, how to get in there. And some interest. That is the most important thing, I would say. Interest towards anything can take you, and also you need some passion, like that interest, passion coming together, it's going to be a deadly combination. But apart from that, like already I mentioned about these companies being here, even just not aviation background, even someone in design, CAD. Design is a very big industry in aviation.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
So it's also gives you a lot of opportunities, and students have. I mean, I can't just express. There are so many things. Aviation seems a very niche field, but within that there are so many things a person can do. My field is just selling. I sell aviation components, but making it, there's so many things detailed. You get into a detailed thing. The opportunities are like so many.
So you are a live example for us that if you love selling, aviation is again your forte.
Yeah.
You can just sell.
I mean, I used to sell anything and everything, so that's a different story.
But your passion for that particular field made you go there,
exactly.
right? So
True.
you can market, you can design, you can sell,
anything,
you can do everything.
Exactly. Especially even mechanical engineering, literally is the base for all those
Everything,
things. Yeah.
right?
But interest again. You need to take something up.
Yes.
You can get it done, I believe.
Now coming to interest, we are coming to the interesting part of the conversation.
And what is that?
All the CECNs, I'm sure, will waiting, because a majority of them know, they identify you as somebody who's brought some major, helped, I would say, one of the major contributors of certain milestones in terms of Akriti and the Pilg book, right?
Well, to be very honest, it's not me. It's all the guys who were with me. And it was not me. It can never be me. It's the group. It's always it. You have heard this.
Yes.
One person can go miles, but when you have that group, we can go ages, I believe. And that is what exactly happened. But to make that happen, we had to create some aura around it.
Yes.
So that students take more interest and they deliver it. So, that was the whole plan. That we have to make students enthusiastic. Like, oh yeah, this is coming. We need to put some efforts. We need to get the thing. Okay, no matter what support you get or you don't get, but we need to get things done. So that was the whole thing. I believe that took off from there. And
so the major challenge you faced was convincing people?
Not really convincing. Convincing is a part of it, but actually making them realize that it's our show. It's our college, and making them feel that we should do it for our college.
Yeah.
And tomorrow people are going to definitely see it and we're like, yeah, that year that was amazing.
Right? Because I remember till your batch, Akriti happened. It was a traditional college day routine that used to go. And it is in your batch they initiated to bring talented and outside artists to come and perform. So that was the new shift in
we did have
Akriti.
a shift.
Yes. So how was it?
I mean, to be honest, the year before as well, when our seniors were doing it, we were all learning from them as well, like, how they're doing it, how they're handling it.
Of course.
And then we sat down and we jotted few points. Okay, what can we make a difference so that this benchmark will stay? I mean, it's not that I wanted to change for sure, but I know the things are to be broken. So, the good things has to be taken forward.
Yes.
So, but we were literally sitting down. I believe this same room, I remember we were sitting here. We had a whiteboard where we were like, okay, what are the things that we're going to change, and what are the things that we're going to make sure that every single student of CEC takes part in it. That's it, simple. we are people like 1,200 students. How can we not achieve something this big?
We are now 2,000 students.
So there we go. I'm sorry. Sorry for
No. You're talking about the era you worked in. 4 years fast forward, we are a growing community of around 2,000 students now.
There we go. See.
So you started the tradition of Piligobbu.
That's very close to my heart.
Yes. Can you put some shed light on how did you all start, the thought and the following?
Well, I believe this was my first year in engineering. So Ayuda Puja is a big thing in our college, you know that.
Yes.
Especially for mechanical. I belong to that branch.
Yes.
Royal Mech. So
Royal.
Royal Mech. So the whole thing was we wanted this, it's a tradition of Mangalore. Pili is a tradition of Mangalore, so heritage. So we wanted to influence that in our Ayuda Puja. And I remember the first day they asked people from outside to come and perform it here. So we being students of Canara, we have at least to take so much glory that why can't we do it on our own? Simple.
Yes.
That's how I think.
Oh, right.
So why can't we do it? So we gathered all our friends, sat down together and we were like, okay, why get it from outside? We will do it.
In-house.
In-house, everything in-house. So I believe the first year there were like 20 students who took interest, all our friends, everyone, they're like, no, we will do it. We'll do it. Let's try. What's going to go wrong? People are not going to say anything. You made an effort. So that small effort today I don't know, today is like the 8th year of Piligobbu or something?
I think so, some 7th year. We celebrated 7th or 8th year of Piligobbu.
8th year. So,
8th year, nice.
So that is what. So I was there until 3rd. I remember 3rd was the last year. We did it. And
it's huge now.
Till date I look. I love it. I love it. I mean, that Tasida pet gives me a vibration.
Different kick.
Yeah, definitely. Where I was, I believe this time I was not here. If not, I would have definitely visited. But I was there. I remember seeing some videos, some snaps. Really, really, really good.
You're welcome the coming year, the year after, every day, all day. Piligobbu is yours.
No, like I mentioned, Piligobbu is
very special.
Very special, and it's Canara's, not mine.
But you've been one of the major contributors in making that happen. Children, even faculty, all of us, we really look forward to enjoying those glorious events, because it's
no, it wouldn't have been possible without the faculty, to be honest.
Yes.
The support of faculty would have got is incapable. Like always. They always said, even for Akriti, they always said, you go ahead, we are there behind, no matter what goes wrong. We are there.
You're always there.
Always there.
Now, looking back at organizing these events, how do you feel that this experience has helped you build your personal life or your professional career, especially in teamwork and management?
Well, like I am a management profession now. So to be very honest, even after I joined Toulouse Business School, like the first year itself, I was spread in everything. I wanted to do this, that. I wanted to be a part of everything. I joined few associations, and one special association was called as Welcome Team. So basically, this Welcome Team, what they do is they welcome students who have come from all different countries. So just to give you a picture, Toulouse Business School had around 130 nationalities.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so. Or could be more, roughly more or less. So this group, what they do is they welcome students. The whole point is to make them feel comfortable and make them feel home, as France is their new home or something like that. So even there, I started doing the same. Started talking to people, started mingling, and then nevertheless, soon in 2 months, I was a part of them. And then I was welcoming students. And today, it's very funny, I see that. When I was in Toulouse, okay, there was no one who could literally tell this. But today, we are a group of 120 Indian students there. We started with 5 people in a group, and we created a Indians in TBS group. So today that is 120 student group.
You feel so happy.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, now there is someone you can really look upon. You have any problems, you have something to ask, you just put a message in the group. Hey guys, I have this. Can somebody help me out? Yeah, sure. You just do this. So no one was there to guide me about it, but I felt this is really necessary that someone should be there to help. Simple. And today I see, look back, wow, nice, not bad. 5 people to 120 is...
All the companies listening to this podcast, please note, this gentleman sitting right here is value addition. He will create all the systems you need to put in place to everybody make feel comfortable and add value.
But that's exactly what I sold to my recent company.
No, you're good. You're good. I see that you always love and stirring up the system to, revitalize and rejuvenate. That's really important. And making anybody feel comfortable is the
very important
beginning thing.
Yeah.
Yes, you get the best out of them.
Yeah.
Now, as an alumnus, if we re-invite you to conduct Akriti or Pilg, what is that you would want to do differently, which you didn't do when you started it?
Differently, as in, like, I see what is happening is amazing. There's nothing to change.
Value addition.
Yeah, value addition is always there. It's what we give now. But yeah, for sure, like, inviting more students, like doing even big events, which I think this year everyone's planned out there to do. I believe they're going to put up an amazing show. But yeah, like, one thing also different is, like, this was my idea a few years ago as well. Like,
Please.
These these hackathon and stuff. We should also do something where we start like a swimming. It's what is it called? The swimming, cycling, and triathlon. Exactly.
Yes.
But this kind of a thing could be an initiative in sports kind of activities. But you can include this. I don't believe anyone here is doing this. So this can be something that students can really put into thing that Canara started something that no one's done it. Simple.
Karavali Festival has already done it very recently. I was part of organizing that event.
There we go.
That's how I know the word triathlon, because there was running, there was walking, and there was swimming. All of that cycling, swimming, and walking. All of that was involved. But it's nice. But none of the institutions have done that, so we can maybe you never know. We can get creative, something like that.
Something different from what people are doing.
That's a nice thing.
But Akriti and Pilg are things that I used to give my heart and soul out.
The children even do today.
Yeah, I believe so. Like, for sure. No, there is absolutely
everybody is looking forward to that.
That's the whole spirit, right? Like, once you create an aura around it, now they want to be a part of it. Now they want to do it. Now they want to stay in college. No one wants to go home. They want to see that happening.
Yes,
so that's the whole point.
Odd semester is Pilg, even semester is Akriti.
There we go. That was the plan.
So now Akriti has become a massive festival over the years, and Pilg has been a turner. Now, to see your brainchild grow so well, how do you feel? What is the emotion when you see?
It's emotionless, to be honest. Like, seeing that happen every year, some crazy artists coming, playing here in our soil makes me feel so happy. So proud of every student who's putting that efforts. Like, literally, like, it's a pleasure to see. Because I remember after our batch 1 year, nothing happened.
Because of Corona.
Yeah, exactly.
COVID,
so it was a bit painful to watch that nothing happened that year. But the next year, they came back.
With a bang.
Killed the show. Literally, the whole of Mangalore was literally talking about, wow, CEC is putting some crazy shows.
Right?
I remember we had a stand-up comedian who had put up a show here, and that day also, full house. I was like, wow, this has to grow, not just grow, this has to flow in the blood now. There's no looking back.
That shift came in 2022. 21 was a gap. 22 was again a game changer.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember one of our alumni, Mr. Prasad Pai, who's currently pursuing his Masters in XLRI. So he was part of that.
Oh, he is a great guy.
Team.
He's a great guy as well.
We are looking forward to having him.
Oh, there we go.
So now our usual tradition of podcast is when we have our alumni, we tell the children so-and-so is coming, so-and-so background. If you have any questions, drop in. We roll out forms and we have some questions for you from our students. They want to know, you've achieved so much in this field of aerospace. What inspired you to pursue this, and what do you think helped stand out?
Well, one thing I already said earlier, standing out means you have to put yourself out there. So literally go out, talk to people. If you're passionate about anything, I believe, not just aviation, in general, you want to pursue something, you have to give yourself, you have to give your best. You just don't want to sit down there and say, oh yeah, things are going to go up. No, you have to go put yourself out there, talk to people, like, be passionate about what you're doing. And just not about aviation in general, what I would tell students is a bit to be, now, as generation is changing, we have to cope up with the same. So, use technology in a way that is going to help you push further, rather than technology, we being slaves of technology. So keep it side and side, so that is going to push you further, rather than we become slaves of technology. So I really believe that AI or whatsoever is creating a huge gap or whatever. If so many people are going to lose their jobs because of ChatGPT or whatsoever it is, but use this as a tool. It is a good tool to use.
It's a good tool.
But make sure you use it as a tool to help yourself, rather than we being
depending on the tool for everything. That is a challenge where students are completely dependent on AI for presentation notes, assignment, coding, programming, everything. They are not using their brains, rather depending, like you said, slaves. And they have to understand becoming slave will not get them any opportunity. Mastering the technology will give them opportunities.
Hand in hand, it's always good. It's gonna take us. You can't imagine, but it is just the beginning. I don't know how it's. We never.
AI is not industry is not predictable, right? Now the second question is: if you had to identify one soft skill or technical skill that has been instrumental in your success, what would that be?
So technical skill is make your foundations really strong. Small detailed things that you learn, that is what is going to help you tomorrow. Small detailed. It's not all those big theories what we studied or all those chapters. It's not that.
We all know.
But really the small, simple things that is going to make a change. That things.
The basics.
The basics. If you are strong with that, nothing's going to shake. It's gonna be really strong. That's gonna help you. Well, for me, a soft skill will be networking, communication.
Communication.
It's very important. Go out there, speak. Nothing. Even if you're wrong, what's gonna happen?
Nothing.
You're gonna learn.
Yeah.
See, I take failure. There's no failure for me.
Agreed.
You either win or you either learn.
Yes.
There's absolutely no failure.
Win or learn.
Win or learn.
It's always.
But again, perspective. How do you think?
Agreed. Not everybody takes it so.
Yeah, I mean, even me as an individual, sometimes there could be an instinct where I could take things wrong, but rather just see it as a learning rather than a failure. Even tomorrow you fail in an exam, it's okay. It's not a bad thing or something, but just take it as a good learning where you're going to push yourself more to do better.
Yeah, everybody's going to ask you what degree you have, mechanical. Do they ask you how many years did you take to you do your mechanical?
To be honest, even in my job, they didn't ask me. I mean, I'm just giving you. Maybe in India, it's really important
to have a degree.
To have a degree, to have a good CGP. It's really important. But outside, it's all about what skills you got to offer. Your asset is your skills and
not your marks.
But sorry guys, you really need to get the things done before you go there.
Get the marks and then you work on the skill side by side. So, because we've already touched on, but I still want to ask, a student is curious to know, how do you see AI shaping aviation and aerospace industry in the coming years?
Well, it's already taking a huge space. I don't know if you've heard about something called as Skywise. It's an Airbus company which uses data for mandated MRO. MRO as in maintenance of an aircraft.
Okay.
So this group, the Skywise, they collect data of every little small things that aircraft is running on, and they predict when the maintenance is going to happen for even a small part, a component of an aircraft. So if I'm talking about AI, tomorrow AI can also design. It's already been there in place, I believe. Like designing aircrafts, CAD and all is it's a very huge industry. You might have heard about Dassault Aviation. They are also into I believe our junior, he was here a few days ago. You interviewed him. He worked for Dassault for a few years.
Oh, yes.
Raghavendra.
Yes.
Raghavendra.
Yes.
I met him a few days ago, actually.
Oh, nice.
So it's a huge industry, and that is also AI is also shaping it. But I don't know if someday it's going to eat my job up. That's not going to be possible.
You're in sales.
That's why I took that.
You're safe.
No, you never know.
Yes.
But even today. You can write an email to my customer. I really prefer calling them up. AI is there. It has to absolutely great things. But in the industry as well, for us, it's also still very niche that it is important to show up. Or have a call, talk to your customer. A
personal touch.
Yeah, it's very important. However, the industry can go forward. I believe certain things will remain the same.
Human touch.
Yeah, a bit of it is very important. It can never go out of fashion.
I think the trust building only happens human to human, not AI to human.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Yes.
We never know. Might be that's still listening to us, AI.
AI, please don't get upset. So now to the big question. So looking back at everything you have achieved, be it revolutionizing Akriti, introducing Pilg, excelling in your career in marketing professional and leaving a long-lasting, proud legacy at CEC for yourself, if you could give one piece of advice to our students today about creating something meaningful in their personal life as well as in their professional growth, what would that advice be?
Again, go out there, get it done. I mean, it's really simple, but sometimes it just takes one push. But I believe we have amazing faculty who are going to push you to get that things going. Again, but what I also believe is that students should take their own interest rather than faculty asking them to do it. Like, you know, I believe now here, individuals with Akriti, they love it. You don't need to push them for anything. They are there. But also, like, when it comes to career, always do what you like. That is really important. That pushes you so much that you're never going to look back and say, why did I do it? Oh yeah, it's not. But once you start liking what you do, your job is not something where you like, oh, I need to go to job. It doesn't feel like that. You'll be like, oh no, you're passionate. You look forward to it. You're like, no, I'm going to do this today. That's going to be exciting.
Really nice.
Yeah. And you know, that is something that also I have learned on this path, that if you love something, then your job is not a job. It's simply that you're, you know, cultivating more and more towards your success. But rather, if you just choose to do something, but initially it's going to be hard to find what you love to do. It takes some time, but accept it. It's okay to, you know, get some good experience before you land that one job or your personal business, whatever you want to do. But the whole point is, for me, how it's been is, even my parents, they've never forced me for anything. You want it, go get it.
That's all.
Simple. I'm not going to tell you do this, do that, or whatsoever. But if you say that you want it, just go get it. I don't know how you're going to do it. It's up to you, but make a way for yourself. And I feel that's one also other way where students, sometimes me myself as well, I've been lost. We all get lost, but
it's good to get lost sometimes.
It is important, but get lost in the right direction. Get lost, but in a good direction.
So breaking the news through this podcast that now Canara is going to set up an in-house incubation center
for
great. All the students, so they can completely utilize and be entrepreneurs and come up with different ideas.
We spoke about this 4 years ago. I remember having
it's finally happening.
That's
and
crazy.
We've signed an MOU and
we are
in the process.
I saw that on LinkedIn, the signing of MOU.
So
very interesting.
Now with all the tips you alumni are giving, our children have a bigger playground to experiment, explore, make mistakes in a safe environment without having the worry. But like you said, they have to take interest.
It's all their interest, right? I mean, if an education institution is running, it's not because of the management, it's not because of anything, it's because of the students.
They are major stakeholders.
Exactly.
Students are major stakeholders.
So students make an institution great.
Right?
Students like you all, the future students.
With this line, I want to say that we are so happy to have you with us. It is so amazing.
Likewise.
3 years and it's like, I feel like I'm interviewing somebody with 30 years of experience. Just so much. You're so inspiring. I have learned so much. Now you filled me with so much fuel to learn and keep exploring myself and grow. That's so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll have you again.
Looking forward to it. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
To all my listeners, to listen to similar, more inspiring and rejuvenating podcasts, keep hooked to our CEC Nexus podcast and keep following us on our page. See ya, ciao, bye-bye.
See you guys. Have a good one.